Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. Today we're going to do a head shave with the Timeless Bronze offering. We'll see how that goes. Typically, quite frankly, I cut these little bumps on my head when I use a safety razor. I use one a couple of times a week, and usually there's blood. So we may see blood here. It's close to Halloween, so that'll be fitting, won't it? We shall see. Let me wet the dome, and we'll just get right into it. Stay tuned. All right, so there we go. We have wet the dome, and now we're using our Shannon soaps. This is the Etheria. I need to load a little bit more here on my brush because I've just done a shaving video, so let me just pick up a little more lather here. There we go. There we go. This is a really fine soap in my estimation. Check it out yourself if interested. It's available at Timeless along with this bronze razor that I'm using today. Really great stuff. This scent is really nice too. It sort of reminds me a little, not entirely, but a little bit of, I think I picked up a little bit of the soap there. Reminds me a little bit of Aqua di Parma. It is not a dead ringer, but it's reminiscent, at least for me, of that. So, we're lathered up, and let's see how we do with the Timeless Bronze, which you saw me do a face shave with earlier, and it worked very, very nicely. And maybe it will be as smooth on the dome. We'll find out. Astra is the blade. Boy, that it feels nice and smooth. Now that doesn't mean I won't cut these bumps, but I am impressed with how smooth this guy feels. And I've said it 100 times in the face shaving video today. I'll probably say it 100 more because that's really what I come away with, to be honest with you. Just feels very nice and smooth. Seems to be doing a good job with cutting the hair while not being rough. So efficient, but not rough. And you cannot argue with that. Sort of what you want in a razor, something that's efficient, but while maintaining smooth. That's certainly one of the qualities I look for in a razor. I want it to be smooth. So it doesn't feel like you're doing what you're doing, which is taking a very sharp metal object and dragging it across your head. I don't want it to feel that way, though. I want it to feel smooth. And this razor is doing that. So far, things are looking up as far as that goes. We'll continue on, see how it goes, though. We'll do 2 passes and see if the smoothness holds and see if I'm able to escape cutting these bumps. Usually I don't with the safety razor. It's just, I've sort of resigned myself to the fact that, you know, just the design of these razors are such that they tend to slice these little bumps that I have. But so far, fingers crossed, no problem today. Feeling pretty good. Okay, let's see how we did. It feels pretty good. I need a little work there. Let's put a little Shannon's there. Get that spot, and then of course we'll go in the other direction. Make another pass in the other direction. There we go. So far, not bad at all. The Timeless Bronze is not disappointing. So we'll cross our fingers and see if our luck holds for pass 2. Stay tuned. All right, let's see how we do for pass number 2. This is a fantastic brush, by the way. I've talked a lot about it, and I will say the same things over and over. And when I'm saying the same things over and over, it's usually because I mean it. And I usually mean what I say all the time, but if you hear something over and over, you know that, you know, it's really making an impression upon me. And so far today, everything has just been fantastic. Soap fantastic, razor fantastic, nothing to complain about. Not that we do a lot of complaining normally anyway. All right, good enough. Let's see how we do here when going the other way. Still feels really nice and smooth. Be the way I would characterize it, which is, again, precisely what I'm looking for. Let me adjust my mirror a little bit so I can see better. Although, honestly, when head shaving, a lot of it is just feel, because you don't see the back of your head unless you're using a mirror, which I don't back there. So it's mostly about feel when head shaving. A little bit different from face, where it's a significant portion of it is visual. It's much less so with head shaving. You just sort of feel the angle, feel the blade, and take that feedback, and you sort of adjust to it as time goes. Be careful around the ears, folks. I've mentioned that in every head shaving video, having cut my ears. When I've cut myself, most times during head shaving, it's somewhere around the ear. It's very easy to do. So be careful. So far, this has really been nice. The one thing I have to say about these razors for head shaving, they don't feel as nice because they tend not to. There is something about that pivoting that like Harry's does and Gillette does for head shave, because the head is so round and there's very little flat area, that it just feels a little nicer on the head. But this does a very good job. A lot of times when you're shaving your head, it's only using a small portion of the blade because you just don't have that much flat area. And so that's something to keep in mind. And doggone it, folks, I believe we've managed to use this baby. Let me touch up. Let me touch up a little bit back there. I believe we've managed to use this guy without cutting any of those bumps, which is pretty doggone cool, because that's normally not the case. But I have some tough spots back here that I always have to touch up, whether I'm using a cart or safety razor. So I'm just getting those now. And again, doing so by feel. And that's not bad at all. This is a really good shaver, I gotta say. Really good shaver. Very, very impressive. All right, let me rinse the dome. We'll come back and do a post. Stay tuned. All right, and here we are, back with the magic made by Witches. There's Witch Hazel. And folks, I got to tell you, that was probably the best head shave I've ever had with a safety razor. Did not cut myself or any of those bumps at all. And I've done that a handful of times, but more times than not, it cuts those little bumps. It's just the nature of the beast. But today, with this Timeless bronze, very, very smooth, efficient, but not threatening. It is more forgiving than the other offerings by Timeless, in my view. And again, I've only had one head shave and one face shave, but so far it's really, I've been very, very impressed with it. So we'll continue to use it and see how it goes. But that was the best safety razor shave on a head I've gotten to date. So nothing to complain about there. Okay, the soap was Shannon's Etheria or whatever. It's available at Timeless Razor. Check it out if interested. And we're going to finish it off with a great aftershave, Piacenza by Sterling. Guess what, folks? Not $25. Not $24. Not $20. So there is that. And I guarantee you one thing. I will replace this one when it's gone, because it's really good stuff made by good people. Everything I'm using today, I think you can buy with confidence from the folks who make them, because they're very good people, including the Nathan Clark Envy Shave 8-Ball. Phenomenal brush. All right, folks, that's 3 videos today, so that should do me for a while. Thanks as always for watching. Until next time, I've been your host, CDV, you are not, and let's help the entire world shave great once again.